What's up, you guys? Happy Labor Day if you're in the States. I don't know if it's the same in other countries, but happy Monday. So if you're new here, hi, my name is Tiara, and today we're going to be going over the weekly energies for September the 1st through the 7th. This time I did not have to look at a calendar. Why? Because the it starts off at the first of the month, so that's pretty cool. In any case, for those of you that don't know, we are currently in eclipse season. The first eclipse, well, we were basically introduced to the eclipse last month with the new moon in Virgo. But I will say that the lunar eclipse in Pisces is going to transpire on September the 7th. So you have heavy mutable placements, or you have Pisces placements and Virgo placements. Just know that this may be affecting you a lot more than usual. Also, you don't necessarily have to be a mutable dominant in order to, listen to this message. You can see if it's aspected any of your planets that you may have. Does not necessarily always have to be sun, moon, rising. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm recording this the day before, so hopefully everything's good. I'm good and stuff. I got water, so I'm gonna be pausing in between and stuff like that. So in any case, we're going to get started. What's coming up for all signs, Aries through Pisces, for the week of September 1st through September 7th, 2025? What is the messages I can relate to each of the signs? Also, if you haven't watched my previous video where I give a preview to the month of September, go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. Timestamps are already in the caption, so you'll definitely be able to get ahead of it and see what's up. It seems like my August prediction reading was pretty accurate in my opinion. Of course, I'm gonna toot my own horn. At least I think it was, but for the most part. What is the messages I can give for all signs for the week of September 7th through the 7th? Through September 1st through the 7th of 2025. What is the messages I can relate to the collective, Aries through Pisces, for the week of September 1st through the 7th, 2025? What is the messages I can give to the collective, not the collective, but for all signs and the collective, What is the messages I can give to each of the signs, of those that watch my video right now or those who watch afterwards? What is the messages I can give? What is the messages I can give to all signs, Aries through Pisces, for the week of September 1st through the 7th, 2025? What is the messages I can give to the collective? What is the message I can give? You know what I'm saying. For the week of September 7th, 1st through the 7th. I don't know why I want to keep saying 7th. You guys, the solar eclipse is going to happen on the 7th, so that may be an important day. See what happens during that day. Eclipses are very strong. Think of it like a full moon on steroids. Any case, what is the messages I can give to collective for September the 1st through the 7th, 2025, Aries through Pisces? What is the messages I can give to Aries through Pisces, 2025, September 1st through the 7th? I don't know why I can't do that. Okay, 3 more shuffles. I'm just gonna do 3 more shuffles. What's the messages I can give Aries through Pisces for September 1st through the 7th, 2025? Okay, 1. This is the longest shuffle, y'all. 2. 3. Alright. What's coming up for Aries this month? Some type of work? Something fell through? You're no longer interested? Hold on, I'm gonna pause real quick. Sorry, y'all. But it seemed like something fell through. Something did not go through. Work-wise, or something that you was working on did not go through, or you lost hope in. Let me get more cards. What's coming up for Aries this week? Temperance. It's like you're having to wait patiently on something. Like, it seemed like you're not really, how can I put this? You're not as impatient. I think I read for you this last week where you were kind of impatient about something, but it seems as though you're now gaining back your patience in regards to something. Why the 8 of Pentacles here for Aries this week? You're moving away from it. I think you're, okay, yeah, you're getting out of it. whatever this situation you was working on, you're moving into calmer waters this week. You're getting out of it and you're moving into calmer waters. And I think you moving away from this situation, be it work or something you were just working on in general, is helping you to regain back balance or regain back harmonization in a situation, especially within your emotions and within your patience. Like your patience is no longer going to be wearing thin. Why the Temperance card here for Aries? Yeah. Oh yeah. You're releasing. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's clear as day. You releasing this is helping you to regain back your happiness in the situation, and it's helping you to feel more alive. You once felt stuck to it. I think you was once like, you know, disappointed in how things were, but I think you're no longer gonna allow that situation to take you over, if that makes sense. So whatever didn't work out, I think you're just no longer going to be ruminating over it. You're going to move on from it. And you moving on from it will help you to regain back your happiness in the situation. One more card as to why the Eight of Pentacles here, please. Well, it gave me 2 cards. Yeah. I think you're no longer going to feel stuck with, you're not going to be in your own way this month, Aries, when it comes down. I don't know why I said month. I guess this is something that is going on for the month. I think I did read for you the same message like for the monthly messages for September, but whatever this is, I think, you know, you're going to cut through the confusion. You're just going to let it end. You're going to let this close out just so you can regain back your balance, regain back your power in a situation, and you no longer want to feel stuck or like controlled by a situation, just so you can regain back this. You're no longer looking towards that. Whatever that is, whatever it is, you're just no longer going to stay stuck on it. So that's what I get for you this week, Aries. Pretty straightforward. It seemed like a repeating message. I got this for you multiple times, so just keep that in mind. Whatever it is, you know, this may be encouraging you to let go of something that's making you lose track of what's actually important this week. I don't know why I want to say this month, but this week. I'm twisting my words a lot, y'all, but in any case. All right. What's coming up for you, Taurus, this month? How did I say month? Well, you get it. You get it. Queen of Pentacles. I think you're going to be retracting your energy as you wait on something to show itself to you. You're going to be slowly but surely retracting your energy and waiting patiently to see how something works out before you invest in it. Let me see. What's coming up for you this week, Taurus? You're not moving towards something. What's coming up for you this week, Taurus? You're not moving towards something. But it seemed like you're like eager or determined to... You're eager and determined about something. A lot of Queen of Pentacles reverse here. You're focusing... Okay, you're retracting your energy, and I think whatever was like blocking your energy or blocking you, I think you're gonna detach yourself from that situation this week, and you're not gonna go towards it. In fact, I believe you're gonna become independent of a situation and put all that energy that you was putting towards that situation onto yourself. So you're just gonna be retracting your energy and putting it towards yourself this week. A lot of King of Wands here. 8 of Wands. There may be communication coming in from a fire sign about something that did not work out. Something that probably fell through for you. There may be communication coming from a fire sign. What's this? King of Wands, Aries, Sag, Leo. Why the 8 of Wands here? What's this about? You see how that flew, y'all? Someone wants to commit to you. Someone wants to commit to you, but I think they may not, their emotions may not, I don't think they really are tempering their emotions when it comes down to this communication. It's like someone wants to offer you something, but... One more card is why the 8 of Wands here. What's that here for? Someone is impatient to come speak to you. Someone is really impatient to come speak to you about something, and it's about a commitment. It's probably someone you was once committed to, or someone wants to talk about committing to you. Now, I can read the situation in this way as well. It seems as though you don't want to commit to someone, but someone wants to commit to you. Because I think this week you want to put more energy towards yourself and retract your energy from whatever situation this is. But it seems as though someone wants to try and swoop you back in, or someone wants to come in and just try and bring you back into a situation, try to recommit to you in some way, shape, or form, if I'm not mistaken. Someone's really impatient, like, and there's a lot of wands energy, like they want to come in quick and communicate. Someone wants to talk, they want to drop their guard, or they want to stop playing games. Why the Queen, one more card is the why the Queen of Pentacles reverse here. But I don't think you want to go back into it with this person. I think you want to be free of this situation, Taurus. It's either you or this person. You want to become free of this situation. I don't think you want to go back and forth with ever. I don't think you want to go back and forth with whoever this is. Because someone wants to commit to you, but I think you're just like, no, I want to keep my options open. I want to be free of this situation. I don't want to go back into it. So whoever this King of Wands is, they really want to come and communicate with you this week. They want to commit. They want to come in and try to commit to you, but I don't think you're interested. In fact, I think you don't. I think you really are detached from this situation, whatever this is. So I personally don't think you want to hear it. I think you're making a clear decision to just be like, no, I don't want to deal with this, and I don't want to deal with you. So I think you should go to hell. I think that's what I'm getting from you. But that's what I see here for you, Taurus. Pretty straight to the point. I think me shuffling those cards the way I did really helped. I don't know. Let's see. All right. So who's next? Gemini. What's coming up for you this week, Gemini? You're burdened by something, but it's okay. You got the Temperance card at the bottom of the deck. I think you're trying to persevere through something. You're trying to keep your patience in regards to something that may be challenging or something that may be weighing down heavy on you. I think you're trying to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You're trying to persevere. Hence why the Temperance card is at the bottom of the deck when the Ten of Wands flew out. What's coming up for Gemini this week? You may be thinking about walking away from something, though. What's coming up for Gemini this week? Something gets revealed. Something from the past. Past disappointments. Something from the past may resurface and remind, and like some type of past disappointment, possibly. All right. Why the Ten of Wands? Okay. I think it was... You were trying to make something work to a point where it was draining you. Something didn't come together with a water sign. Does not necessarily have to be, but I think this can be you and your emotions. Like, you are spent emotionally. You are spent emotionally. And it's like you're burning yourself out trying to persevere through whatever this is. But I think you're... Okay, why the Moon reverse for Gemini this week? Why the Moon reverse? Star reverse. Five of Pentacles reverse, Death reverse, Tower. Okay, one more card is why the Moon reverse here, please. Why the Moon reverse here, please. Come on, give me a clear message. Why the Moon reverse? King of Wands, possibly. Okay. Gemini, okay, this is a lingering message for you. I don't know if this is something you already went through, or this is something that you're going through, or this is something that you're not going through. But this is for the Geminis that need to hear this message. I think you're really... If you hear background noise, I'm sorry. You know what? Let me listen closely. It sounds like those people are arguing. But in any case, not literally, but I think you're trying to make something work to a point where you're not happy and you're just emotionally spent. I don't think you have enough emotional energy to give to this situation, whatever this is. And there's something that becomes revealed about someone that's no longer like optimistic. I got this for you for weeks now, Gemini. I think this is the third week I'm getting this message for you, especially in the monthly reading I got for you. There's someone who may communicate that they no longer feel like this is something they want to invest in anymore. It may become more aware, and I think you're already knowing this because this is something that's been burdening you. The emotions that you like, the lack of emotion you have, or the lack of something not working, or your burnout is starting to show. And I think you just are getting to that point where you're just like, I'm fed up. I don't really want to invest my energy in this anymore. And there's someone, either you or this person or this situation, it may just want to come to a complete stop, a complete halt. A lot of King of Wands here, please. They want to retract their energy. Whoever this is, communication is going to come through about someone wanting to pull back, someone wanting to like not invest, like they want to become independent of a situation. They no longer want to put energy towards this situation. This communication may come through unexpectedly. The moon reverse. Now, we are in eclipse season, and you are a mutable sign, Gemini, if you haven't known already. So this solar eclipse or this lunar eclipse is going to be aspecting you, possibly if you have aspects within a certain degrees. But for the most part, I do see communication coming in about someone wanting to retract their energy because they no longer feel like this is a worthy investment. It's either you or this person, and I feel as though you already know because this has been burdening you emotionally. This is something that you've been trying to make work, but it's just not come together, and I think you're just no longer wanting to put effort towards the situation. So that's what I see for you, Gemini, this week. Pretty much the same message I've been getting. So if it's something that's lingering, like I said, you can try and avoid it all you want to, but it's going to keep popping in your face until you face it and deal with it and call it and scrap it. So do what you got to do, Gemini. I mean, not saying you got to rush through the process, but if you want that thing to stop popping up in your face, reminding you that you need to deal with this situation, you can't avoid stuff. It's going to keep coming up. Can't numb it out either, because it's going to still be there once the numbness wears off. So just face what you got to face, Gemini, and heal from it, cry it out, speak it out, laugh it out, do whatever you got to do to get that out of your system, and then call it a day. Okay? All right. Cancer, what's coming up for you this week? What's coming up for you this week, Cancer? What's coming up for you this week, Cancer? You're not interested in something. You are not interested in something. And I think you're keeping a level head about it. Like, I think you're trying to make sure you're tempering something right. It could be in regards to a connection. Like, you're trying to make a clear decision in regards to this. Whatever the situation is, I think you're trying to fairly assess it. Let me see. What's coming up for you this week, Cancer? Page of Wands. There is someone that, okay. Someone may, either you, hold on, let me get more information, but I think either you or somebody wants to, they're not fully charging in. Hold on, let's see. What's the Four of Cups here for, please? Five of Pentacles. Seven of Swords. Nine of Cups. Tower. Death reverse. Okay. Cancer, you may feel left out in the cold, or you are leaving someone out in the cold because you're just no longer interested. I think I don't know if it's you or someone else, but you're just not interested in playing. Like, you're not interested. I think you don't feel like something's worth your time. Why the Page of Wands here for this week? Magician. But there's some type of thing okay, there's a King of Wands here, full upright. Either you or somebody, okay. There is a Page of Wands and a Magician. someone's trying to make something work. Someone's trying to, like, I think someone, okay, one more card. Why the Page of Wands here? Ace of Wands. Reverse. Hangman. Okay. One more card. Why the Four of Cups here? Seven of Wands. Okay. Yeah. All right, Cancer. So what I see for you this week is that you're not interested in something that make you don't make you feel really fully in it, and don't make you feel like, I don't think you're in the mode to like really try to defend yourself or try to fight to explain yourself in a situation. I think you're just not interested in doing something like that, because I think you're coming from a place where, if I have to go through all this, or if I have to explain, go through this, go through that, I'm not interested. And I'm just not interested in putting my energy towards situations that ask me to do that of myself. Now, I do see the Page of Wands here with the Magician. It seemed like someone wants to make something happen, but it's not happening in the way that they want it to. Why the Ace of Wands reverse here, please? Why the Ace of Wands reverse here? Lots of fire. Six of Wands. Okay, there's someone that feels as though they're not getting the attention that they want. Someone feels as though they're not getting... It's a lot of fire. This could be a fire sign. Aries, Gemini. Aries, Sag, Leo. It feels as though they're not getting the victory. They're not getting acknowledgement. They feel like, okay, there could be someone that's trying to get your attention and you're not paying attention to it. It's like you're not interested this week, Cancer. And it's like they're trying little things to try and get your attention, but it's not really coming through to you as like getting your attention. In fact, I think it's coming through to you as like you feeling like, what the fuck are you trying to get out of this situation, is what I get here. So I sense someone's trying to get your attention, or someone's trying to like pull out all the stops, all the tricks to try and get you to like see them or acknowledge them. But I think you're stuck in like a mode where it's like, no, I don't think I want to deal with this. I think you're like, your head is in the clouds, but someone feels as though they may have to release themselves from this and wait, or they have to be patient with the situation. But it may be a pending heartbreak, whatever this is. Why the Seven of Wands here, please, for Cancer? Yeah, I think you don't want to invest your energy in this, Cancer, whatever this is. Whoever's trying to get your attention, I think you're translating as like, yeah, I don't want to put my energy towards this. I'm not interested. In fact, I don't feel the need to exert my energy in that place right now. I think you're feeling as though you got bigger fish to fry, or your mind is just somewhere else this week, Cancer, is what I see. But you do have someone here that's trying to get your attention in some way, shape, or form. A lot of fire energy for sure. Fire, water, a little bit of earth. I don't see no air. But yeah, someone's trying to get your attention this week, Cancer. But I think you're not really seeing that this week, whatever this is. All right. Leo, what's coming up for you this week? Knight of Pentacles. Seem like you're slowly but surely working towards something, possibly a connection. What's coming up for you this week, Leo? Justice. Judgment. Oh, okay. Why the Knight of Pentacles here? Queen of Swords. Oh, I wanted to come out then. Okay, a lot of people pulling the Temperance card, so I think y'all are really trying to exert patience this week. Not just for you, Leo, even though this is your reading, so listen closely. But I do sense a lot of signs this week is trying to exert patience in a situation, especially during this, you know, astrological climate this week. So I think you're making sound decisions. You're taking your time when making decisions or when evaluating a situation. I think you're trying to come from a place of fairness and a lack of unbias. You're trying to make sure that you're fairly assessing the situation and not just like putting on rose-colored glasses. So you're coming from a fair place, your honest place, I should say. You pulled the Queen of Swords upright. So, and you're come in a reliable, upright place, and you're taking your time on making this decision. Whatever this thing that you're trying to evaluate, you're really trying to make sure that you come from a fair place this week. Why the Justice card here? Strength reverse. You pulled your card reverse and the King of Cups reverse. One more card is to write a Justice card here, please, for Leo this week. World reverse. Okay, this could be in regards to something that have not closed out. Something did not come to completion. I think you're trying to evaluate the situation before that happens. You're trying to see what is the best move you can make in this situation. It could be something that had a tendency to not have equal give and take in a situation. Why the World reverse here, please? Yeah, someone felt as though they couldn't really make a decision. They couldn't really come to that place of justification just yet because they feel stuck in their way right now. But I think for the most part this week, it's either this is encouraging you to take your time when making a decision because the energy is calling for that. Because there is the scales are balancing in a situation to where something can come to a close. But if you feel as though your hands are tied, that's simply because they just want you to reevaluate the situation and come from a place of fairness and understanding versus like coming from a place of bias or coming from a place of how can I put this, coming from a place of like your own, seeing things in your own lens. Try to practice empathy. Try to practice like putting yourself in someone else's shoes, even though you don't have to literally put yourself in those shoes. It's just more so like try to see things in different perspectives before coming to a conclusion, or before jumping the gun on something. And if you feel like that's, especially if you feel as though your hands are tied, or that's all you can really do. One more card is the Nine of Pentacles here, please. Nine of Pentacles here. Okay. Four of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, I think you're letting go of the need to rush yourself this week, Leo. Whatever this is, I think you're just standing. I think you're in a period of stillness. You're in a period of stillness and detachment. I don't get no cup cards, so your emotions is not in this situation. It's more so coming from a place of solid understanding this week, whatever this is, Leo. And you're letting go of some things too. Whatever it is you're letting go of too, in order to make sure you make a fair standpoint. I think you're just taking your time because I think your hands are tied. Because this is clarifying the World reverse. And don't feel as though there's no outcome. The scales are going to be balanced. But make sure it's coming from a place of fairness within yourself, Leo, whatever this is, okay? All right. All right, Leo, that's all I got for you. Virgo, what's coming up for you this week? Two of Wands reverse. Okay, put my leg down. I always got to put my leg down within the certain aspect of the reading. Okay, Hierophant. You're making a decision about a possible relationship because this is at the bottom of the deck, and keeping your options open. Or you confused about something? What's coming up for you this week, Virgo, please? Okay. Magician. Okay. Why the Two of Wands reverse here? Okay, I don't know if this like, I think it want to be upright. It does. Okay, you're making a decision about a connection, something that you was connected to. And I do see the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck reverse. It seems as though you may not want to go towards a situation. So it could be a Gemini involved, doesn't necessarily have to be. But I sense you may be making a decision, or you're no longer trying to outweigh which one's best, and you're making a decision to go with something. Why the Magician here? I think you're trying to make something work. Yeah, possible connection, but it seems like still you don't know if you want to make it work. I think you're trying to make sure, or you're trying to see if this is something you want to work towards. Because the Magician being clarified by the Two of Cups and the Two of Swords. Too many twos here. You got 3 twos. Gemini, which is twins, you got a lot of twos. So this is definitely in regards to a connection, Virgo. Let me ask. Why the Two of Swords here? Fool. Okay. Okay, one more card. Why the Two of Wands here? Okay. Virgo, I think you're just gonna take a leap of faith in a connection this week. And possibly unexpected. I sense that like you're just gonna ignore all reason. You're just gonna say, you know what, I'm all in. This is something I'm going to invest in. I'm gonna put my whole energy in towards it. You're not trying to get lost into the details. You're more so trying to get, which is not like you, because you like detail stuff, but certain, it just depends on the placements in your chart too. But I do sense that you're just gonna, this may come unexpected to you. This might be like something that you just say, you know what, let me just go ahead and put my efforts in. Let me just go full force. I'm gonna invest. I want to make this work. I want this to come together. You're just throwing all caution out the window this week. And and I believe this is an unexpected decision that you decided to make. You're ignoring caution. You're ignoring, like, but then one more card is about the Two of Swords here. Yeah. I got 2 moving away cards. I think, yeah, if I'm being honest with you, I think you're trying to make something work this week, Virgo. I think you're just like ignoring the urge to release yourself from a situation, and you're gonna try and make something work this week with somebody or with yourself. What's the Tower here for, please? Sun. Yeah, unexpected, but you know, I think you're just, you got a lot of major arcana here, Virgo. I think you're just ignoring, like you're throwing all caution out the window, and you're just gonna focus on a connection you have with somebody. Some connection comes in and brings unexpected happiness or exposes something to you this week, is what I see here. So that's what I see for you, Virgo. You're throwing caution out the wind this week with a connection, and you're gonna put your efforts in full force. All right. Libra, what's coming up for you this week, please? Something did not come together the way that you thought. This may be something that get revealed to you, and I think you're retracting your energy in a situation. What's coming up for you, Libra? Star reverse. Yeah, I think you're losing hope on something that did not come together the way that you wanted it to, Libra. And I think something gets revealed that just puts in, like, that makes you say, yeah, I don't think I want to deal with this. I don't think I want to work on this. What's this Three of Pentacles reverse here for? Nine of Wands. Moon reverse. Something gets revealed to where you're like, yeah, I don't think I want to accept this. I don't know why I want to say opportunity, but it's like, yeah, I don't want to accept this opportunity because this is, I don't want to put myself through this type of mental anguish or exert my energy in this place right now because it's not worth it. You also pulled the Star reverse. It's like you're already losing optimism in the situation. And I think you're no longer wanting to lose sleep over this, whatever this is. Why the Star reverse here? Justice wanted to fly out, but why the Star reverse? Cards want to jump out. You got to come out the deck. Why the Star reverse here? Hierophant. Yeah, something did not come together the way that you wanted it to. It did not move. It seemed like it was stagnant. It's still stuck. Like something's not moving at the pace that you want it to, or something is not coming together in the way that you thought it would. And it's like you're losing hope in this situation. It could be a connection, but it also could be a commitment, because this can be contracts, institutionalized shit, and all that stuff. I just sense that you're just losing hope in the situation, Libra. And it's not coming together the way that you want it to. It's not moving. It's like something stuck at a standstill. It could be in regards to your finances, but you're not feeling too hot about it. One more card is well, why the Hierophant here? Why is that here? You're walking away. You're walking away. And the Six of Wands want to fly off the deck. You're walking away from whatever this was, because the opportunity was not what you thought it was, or it's not giving you exactly what you want, like the recognition that you want or the support that you want. I think you're not getting what you want. You're just losing hope in this situation. One more card is the Three of Pentacles here. Five of Swords. Yeah. I think you no longer want to hold resentment in this situation either. I think you no longer want to put yourself through turmoil over a situation that just did not work out. And it probably was something that was still constantly delayed. I think you no longer want to put your energy in that situation, or you no longer want to put yourself in that situation, and you no longer want to go back and forth in your mind about it either. So I think just to preserve your energy and your time, you're just gonna walk away from it, and also see what else is out there for yourself too, since you pulled the Six of Wands here, which came out with the Eight of Cups. You're trying to find your northern star, because the star came up reversed. So I think you're trying to see what will get you to where you want to be. Why the Six of Wands here? Yeah. Yeah, you want your wish fulfillment, Libra. And I think whatever this was, it just was not giving you that wish fulfillment you want. So you're going to walk away this week. You may decide to walk away from something that you was committed to, or something that you were trying to commit to, and seeing what else is out there for you, Libra. And don't beat yourself up because of something that didn't work. Sometimes stuff don't work for a reason, Libra. The hell with it. And it's okay. Just know something's better out there. Even though it can be hard to believe in the moment, just know you're going to find victory somewhere else if you detach yourself from the situation, okay? Don't think that's the only opportunity you can get, because it's way more out there for you than you think, okay? All right. Scorpio, what's coming up for you? You're making a decision. There's some deception going on, Scorpio. I don't know why I want to say Libra. It could be you could be dealing with a Libra, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. But there's some deception going on. Trickery. What's coming up for you, Scorpio? You're burdened. Scorpio, you're burdened. This could be in regards to connection, an unexpected connection. You're burdened by something. Why the Two of Wands reverse here? Why the Two of Wands reverse? You're disappointed. Oh no. There's some communication that may come through that makes you feel like, oh man, that sucks. Like you feel disappointed in something. I don't know what this is, but it's something that was burning you out, or something that was like stressing you out. I think something was stressing you out, Scorpio. But there's a decision, or there's some type of an unexpected decision brought disappointment. All right, sorry about that, Scorpio. Like it cut off in the middle. I'm trying to see what I was asking, because memory, I gotta find it. We'll worry about that later. Just the same song and dance. I'm already aware. I'm pretty sure y'all are aware if y'all followed up behind me for about 2 weeks. But anyway, I'm wasting time because I gotta get shit done. Why the Ten of Wands here? I think you're losing your outlook. Something's wrapping up. I think you're no longer wanting to exert your energy in a place. I think you're trying to make something work, but it just seems like the outlook is not looking too hot. And I think you may just release something this week. Release something in order for something to wrap up in your life. I don't feel as though you're feeling as connected to something, possibly. It's a lot of fire energy here. Why the Five of Cups here? Seven of Wands. I think you feel as though, yeah, I think you no longer want, you don't want to feel as though you're having to defend yourself, or feel as though like you're in constant like back and forth with somebody. You're feeling disappointment in regards to something. I think you want to nip it in the bud because it's stagnant. It's not moving at the pace you want it to move, Scorpio, whatever this is. And I think it's burdening you because you're not really seeing like the reward out of this. One more card as to why the Ten of Wands is here, please. Yeah, I think you're gonna, instead of burning yourself out, I think you're gonna pull back and just rest yourself and pull back. I think you're just gonna focus on pulling yourself back instead of burdening yourself this week, Scorpio. As much as you want to, I think you're trying to reevaluate is what you're doing is getting you the rewards that you want. But I feel as though you're disappointed because it feels as though your efforts is not being recognized, or it's not being acknowledged, or you just feel disappointment. One more card is the why the Five of Cups is here. Yeah, and I think, yeah, you're losing hope in something, Scorpio. I hate this. I think I read something for you last week. I think, or this month, it's like, I told you, like, you know, something just did not coming together the way that you thought. It seemed like something was not, yeah. Scorpio, whatever this is, don't stress yourself out over something that is out of your control. If this is something that you need to release out of your energy, go ahead and do that, because it's stressing you out. And I think you're making that decision to do that this week. And I think you no longer want to harbor resentment over some things that just did not work out. And I think it's like you're constantly having to battle or defend yourself in a situation. I think you're getting tired of that because it's not getting you anywhere. It's like you keep trying to explain yourself, but it's not getting you anywhere. So I just sense that you're just going to retreat and just rest your energy, pull back your emotions in a situation, and just like relax. And just being your energy, just relax. So that's what I see for you this week, Scorpio. You're just basically, I think this is encouraging you to just relax and just pull back and recuperate from whatever this is, especially if it's something that just did not come out the way that you want to. And just take your time in the situation, Scorpio. It's not a race, okay? Okay. Sagittarius is coming up for you this week. You're walking away from something, Sagittarius, possibly a commitment. You're walking away from something this week, Sagittarius. What's coming up for you this week, Sagittarius? What's coming up? Yeah, you're freeing your... Okay, I get heavy that you're walking away from something, like you're freeing yourself from something, Sagittarius. What's coming up for you this week, Sagittarius? You're walking away in order to find your happiness. You're trying to find the light at the end of the tunnel, something. Heavy Leo energy. Heavy Leo energy. Heavy Leo energy. You're walking away. You're walking away from something in order to regain back your victory and your standing in something. You want to feel honored. You want to feel appreciated. You want to feel seen. And whatever this is that you're walking away from, which I need to get more clarification. Why the Eight of Cups here? Foundation. Possible relationship. You're walking away from some type of foundation, some type of like... Why the Eight of Cups here? Why the Eight of Cups here? Okay. Okay, whatever this card fall on, I'll get it. You're walking away to find your... You're walking away to find your happiness and your foundation in that your Ten of Pentacles. You want to see where you can go. You might be trying to see where you probably might be wanting to move homes. You probably want to like see what other place you can go where you feel more seen and more yourself and more appreciated, more valued. I think you want to walk away from some things that weighed you down in that regard, where you feel as though you just was not getting your full cake in a situation, whatever this was. And you're just trying to see what else is out there for you, Sagittarius, this week. And I think you're contemplating on what you need to do in regards to making sure you find that Ten of Pentacles. You got some good cards here, but I think you're in a mode of like releasing things out of your life just so you can regain that vitality, but also gain your authentic self in the equation. Okay, why is that there? Why the sun here? One more card. Why the sun here, please? Yeah. You no longer want to hide either. I think you're in a mode where you no longer want to hide who you are or how you are. You want to be celebrated for who you are, Sagittarius, is what I see here. And I think you're trying to see where can you call that place that you call home? Where can you set roots at? Where can I go where I actually feel more alive and not feel smothered and not feel as though I'm not thriving? I think you want to walk away from dead-end environments, dead-end situations, dead-end connections. But I really sense it's more so your environment you're trying to walk away from in order to regain that sense of self again, or that sense of foundation again, because you probably felt out of place for a long time, especially if it's something where you felt like your home is something in regards to your home or something, or your it's some type of something in your foundational regards, and you're just trying to figure out what will give you that vitality and that drive to feel alive again. So I think that's what you're working on this week, and Sagittarius, and you're really making sound decisions with this thing too. You're really putting in effort to make sure that you research or put your energy in places where, okay, yeah, this is where I want to go and this is how I'm going to go about doing it. You're making calculated steps, and you're making sure that if you were to shift or make some changes, this is something that's going to actually stand the test of time, but also get you the most rewards in the end, is what I see here, Sagittarius. Very beautiful reading. Release what's no longer working, Sagittarius, because your Ten of Pentacles is out there somewhere. You just got to go find it, or it's coming to you in some way, shape, or form. It's coming, and you're going to get that recognition. You're going to get that vitality. You're going to get that drive. You're going to get that vitality, that feeling of alive again. Let me make sure. Why the Hermit here? Why the Hermit here, please? Yeah, I think you're not going to be indecisive. You don't want to hide yourself anymore, Sagittarius. It's clear. And you shouldn't have to want to hide yourself. You shouldn't have to hide who you are. Be who you are. For your pride. I love that song. I love that like little video. Be who you are. Yeah, be who you are, Sagittarius. You don't owe no one shit. Just be who you are. Okay? And find that place where you feel like you can be yourself, not feel as though you have to smother yourself into oblivion. Okay, Sagittarius? Be who you are. Okay. Anyway, Capricorn, what's coming up for you this week, hon? King of Cups reverse. You're retracting your emotions from something. You're in emotional burnout, Capricorn. Emotional burnout. Heavy emotional burnout. What's coming up for you this week, Capricorn? Okay. Drop it. Two of Cups. This is in regards to a connection, Capricorn. I think you're ignoring the signs. You're ignoring the signs. You're burning yourself out, hun. You really are. Why the King of Cups reverse here? Capricorn, you're burning yourself out. You need to free yourself, hun. You need to move out of this situation. Because whatever this is, you are drained. You are emotionally drained. And you're not feeling confident in this situation. You can't tell me you are, because you're not. Whatever that, you need to become independent of the situation, because this is some deception. There's some deceptive energy going on, Capricorn, and I think you may know about it. But it's there. You pulled the Queen of Wands reverse and the King of Cups reverse. You are not confident in the situation, and you're ignoring either you. Let me see. Why the Two of Swords here? Cut your losses. Don't work on this situation. Something's gonna get revealed, though. Something's gonna get revealed. Is something not working? Something's not working. What's not working? Something just not working. Capricorn, you are, stop doing this to yourself. I don't know who needs to hear this, but Capricorn, if this is some connection, stop working on it. Release it. It seems like you're indecisive on whether or not you want to keep it or let it go. But I sense that you're not even feeling confident. You're feeling depleted, if anything. What is there? Some communication may come in from someone that's emotionally unavailable and selfish, or like detached, or not as open. There's someone here that just feels full of themselves. What is this communication about? Some type of something's being revealed, Capricorn, to where you, I think something's being, a light is being shed upon something this week, Capricorn. Some type of communication is coming through, possibly from a water sign or a fire sign. And this may urge you to, I think and it may put you in an indecisive state where you want to let this go and stop working on something in regards to a connection. Why the Two of Cups here? Yeah, I think you're not interested. And it's like you're trying to see if this is something you want to invest in, but whatever this communication that comes through to you, Capricorn, I'm letting you know right now, I'm warning some of you Capricorns, if this is causing more harm than good, I suggest you cut your losses and let this go. Because you need to have your own back before you have someone else's back, or a situation that can leave at any given moment. Because what you're going to do if that decides to go by itself, what the fuck you going to do? You got to take care of yourself at the end of the day, Capricorn. You should know better. You're a Capricorn. Stand up. Stand up. Okay? Don't think that this is all you can get. It's not all you can get. It's not the end of the world, and you're never too deep into something. If you feel trapped in something, just know you're not too deep into it. Those are just illusions you placed. And I understand some people may need to seek safety. I don't know. For some people, that's serious cases. But don't feel as though you're out of options. And I think you may eventually not want to work on something anymore, but some type of revealing communication is going to come through. Why the Moon reverse? Something's going to wrap up, Capricorn. Allow it to wrap up, Capricorn. Whatever this is, allow it to wrap up. Because you're already depleted in this situation. It's a lose situation, just FYI, okay? So wrap it up. Let it go. Let it go. Communication is going to come through that really forces your hand. And it may be due to this eclipse that may be happening, because it may be sextiling some of your planets, or aspecting some of your planets, okay? Because you are a feminine sign, right? We got masculine and feminine energies, but Capricorn, Earth is Earth, and it's a feminine sign, so. But just don't think that's the only thing you can get, Capricorn, okay? All right. Aquarius, what's coming up for you this week? Disappointment. What are you disappointed in, Capricorn? What? Could be a Capricorn. I don't know why I said Capricorn. Aquarius, why are you disappointed? What's coming up for you this week? Something did not move. Something's not coming together, Aquarius. Your disappointment is how something panned out. Why the Five of Cups here? This could be in regards to a wish fulfillment. Something that was once a wish fulfillment turned into a big ass, fat ass disappointment. It was something that you was once happy about. Something that you were once like interested in. And it's now turned to something that it put a bad taste in your mouth, and it's causing you to not want to move towards it. Why the Page of Wands reverse here? Why the Page of Wands reverse here? Star. Something's getting revealed. I want to keep saying Capricorn. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, or this may have some Saturn influence involved. I don't know, because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. But in any case, Aquarius, I feel as though there's something that's going to be revealed to you that causes a big disappointment to you. It cuts through the fog, but it also is something where you feel as though you have to walk away from something and not go towards something anymore, Aquarius, in order to regain back that hope or regain back that northern star. You pulled your card in the upright position. What's this Nine of Cups here? This was once a commitment. This was once a commitment, and it may come as a shock to you. Unexpected burden, unexpected, whatever this is that is being shown to you is like this commitment or this connection that you had, or this situation that you was committed to, has turned into a big fat ass disappointment. Why the Star here? Something did not, it was not equal give and take in the situation. Someone took in the situation, because the Empress at the bottom of the deck. So I think you having to recuperate too. But it was a lack of equal give and take in this situation. Someone could have been selfish. Someone was probably hogging something or withholding resources from you. Not telling you the full truth on something. Not being direct in regards to something. And it's causing you to lose. It's just causing you to feel cheated. Very cheated. Why the Hierophant here? Too many cards. I'll read this. Something's getting revealed about some deception is getting revealed in regards to this situation, Aquarius, whatever this is, and it's gonna bring you disappointment. I'm not trying to bring doom and gloom. I have to be honest with myself when I read these cards, because some people need to be hearing the honest truth. Something's gonna get revealed to where, in regards to a connection that you had a lot of like good, like you had a lot of positive like thoughts about it, but something gets revealed. You probably had someone on a pedestal or something on a pedestal, and something comes into where it knocks it off the pedestal, and you get revealed something that like someone was being selfish, or someone was like not giving to you, or not being honest with you in a situation, which caused deception in the situation. Possible third party or something. Yeah, something. You're becoming independent of a situation this week. You're freeing yourself of a situation this week, Aquarius, whatever this is, because of something that you found out. There could have been a third party involved. Does not necessarily have to be. It could just necessarily be something just did not come together the way that you thought. And it's getting revealed to you that someone was not being honest with you and was not given to you the way that you was given to it, is what I see here this week, Aquarius. That's sad, but I have to be honest with you here, because sometimes as a tarot reader, it is my job to really be honest with the people that come and watch my readings, even if I may not even get a lot of views right now or whatever. It's still whoever, you never know, whoever comes across my readings, they have to get an honest answer, especially if I'm reading the cards the best way that I know how and relaying the messages that is necessary to the people that watch my videos, because I would want someone to be honest with me if they come to me about for a reading, or if they want insight. I got to be honest, because I got to be honest for myself too, you know what I mean? But in any case, last but not least, let's go ahead and do Pisces. What's coming up for you this week, Pisces? Star reverse. Five of Cups. Something's getting revealed to you too, Pisces. Like something revealing disappointment. What's coming up for you this week, Pisces? I mean, the solar eclipse is happening on Sunday in your sign. What's coming up for you this week, Pisces? Let's This is the Six of Cups. Something put a bad taste in your mouth. Some type of memories, possibly. What's coming up for you this week, Pisces? Yeah, you're pulling back your emotions in a situation. Possibly something in the past you feel left out in the cold of a situation, or you're going to leave a situation out in the cold and you're going to let something go and wrap it up because you feel like, I think you're emotionally drained of a situation, or you feel as though you have to retract your emotions in a situation this week, Pisces. Why the Star reverse here? You're holding back. And something may get revealed to you that makes you not interested in something. Probably not interested in a connection. I think you're holding yourself back. And you're just like, because like something's just not what it seems. I think you're trying to get more clarity in a situation. Why the King of Cups reverse? Judgment reverse. Something's not able to be revised. I think someone, okay. Oh my God, why the King of Cups here, please? King of Cups reverse here, please. Yeah. Something's not able to be revived. The Judgment card, I always have to remind myself, because I always represent this card as time. But I think someone may be walking away from something. Either you or another person going to be walking away from something this week. And something's not going to come together the way that you thought. Something's not able to be brought back to life in a situation. And you're walking away from either you or this person. I think you're holding back from something this week, Pisces. Something that gets revealed to you, or something that just did not give you what you want. One more card is the Why the Star reverse here. It's burden. You felt burdened. You felt burdened. You're holding yourself back and trying to prevent some arguments, or just you're trying to prevent deceit is what I see here this week, Pisces. You're just holding yourself back. Why the Four of Pentacles here? Why the Four of Pentacles here? Why the Four of Pentacles here? Deception. I think you're waiting on stuff to show its ugly face to you. You're holding yourself back, possibly from some deception. And you're holding yourself back from burden. Fall from grace. Well, fall from grace. You're holding yourself back from burden. And you're walking away from it too. Whatever this deception was, or whatever this lie that came out, I think you're just no longer wanting to revise it. Now, this could be someone coming back from the past, trying to make something happen with you or make something shake with you. But I think you're not with it this week, Pisces. I really sense that you're really not with it. Why the Judgment reverse here? Justice. Yeah, this is something that, this is in regards to a connection. This could be something. Is this old? Upright, yes. Reverse, no. Yes, it's old. This is someone from the past. Possible earth sign, does not necessarily have to be. But this is someone that, like, you're walking away from. Because you felt unstable. Like, you probably felt stable, but you felt, I don't know why I want to get scared. It just felt like you was burdened. Like, what's the Seven of Swords here? This is in regards to a connection. Like, someone lied about a connection or lied about their feelings to you. Wasn't making a decision. But whatever this is, I think you're holding yourself back from that and walking away. That's what I see for you this week. Something's just not coming together, or something's not able to be revised this week. And I think you don't want to open up a wound or open up a book that was once closed this week, Pisces, is what I see here. Alrighty. So that's all 12 signs. So let me go ahead and get started before my phone run out of memory again. So without further ado, let's go ahead and read the collective. What's coming up for the collectives this week? What is coming up for the collective this week? What is the message I can give for all 12 signs for the week of September the 1st through the 7th, 2025? What is the messages I can give to the collective this week? What is the messages I can give to the collective this week? For September the 1st through the 7th, 2025, what is the messages I can give to the collective for all signs, Aries through Pisces? What is the messages I can give to the collective this week for September the 1st through the 7th, 2025? What is the messages I can give to the collective this week for September 1st through 7th, 2025? Too much shuffles, okay. Two. Okay, and 3. It wasn't that smooth of a transition, but it's fine. Alright. What's coming up for the collective this week? Page of Wands reverse. What's coming up for the collective this week? Okay. Why the Page of Wands reverse? You're walking away from, you're not moving towards unsteady situations and lies. Why the Ace of Swords reverse? Something that was not balanced in nature. Yeah, someone was lying in a situation, and I think you're moving on from those situations this week. Whatever type of lie this was, or whatever get revealed this week, you're walking away from it. And someone's not possibly not communicating something to you this week either. But I think you're moving away from stuff that just left you in a sense of lack of clarity. Why the Page of Wands reverse? One more card. Well, it gave me 2 cards. Yeah, this was a burden, whatever this was. I think you're walking away from a situation that was more burdensome than it was worth. And yeah. And also, I think someone's not able to communicate. Like, there's a lack of communication between you and another person, or just between you and a situation. Like, something's not being communicated to you. And I think you're no longer wanting to wait on that communication to come through, and you want to walk away from it. But someone's not able, someone feels blocked communication-wise. Because you've got 2 swords reverse. A lot of Ace of Swords reverse here. Something's, okay, I'm coming with this here. Death. Something's ending. Something's ending. And I think you felt a lack of control of the situation, whatever this is, collective. I feel as though whatever this was, it's just, I think someone may be blocked communication wise. I don't know where I get that message, but someone may be blocked communication wise. But I think you're putting an end to some things, and you no longer want to like explain anything. You're just not interested in putting yourself in that situation where you have to constantly make sense of something. Why the 8 of Cups here? I'm drawn to that. Why the 8 of Cups here? Why the 8 of Cups here, please? Yeah, I think you're tired of defending yourself. This is the, like, this, because this, it seems as though it's causing more heartbreak, like, and you're not being seen. You see, this is the message I got for the collective for the month of September. Be who you are for your pride. That was such a, I like that video. That was funny. Be who you are for your pride. So anything that you're not being, I think you're also wanted to end not being honest with yourself, collective. You want to walk away from situations where you feel like you weren't being seen, or you felt as though you had to explain yourself, felt as though you had to constantly defend yourself and your ideals, and you weren't being seen in the way that you wasn't being recognized for it. You wasn't. And it's like you no longer want to do that this week, whatever this is. I mean, we do have a Pisces solar eclipse happening, so this may be ushering in those changes, ushering in those revelations this week for you, collective. Oh my card is why the Ace of Swords reverse here. Yeah, I think, yeah, whatever this is, I think you're no longer going to be lying to yourself. You're going to open up your inner superstar. Yeah, because this is not getting you anywhere. I think you're recognizing that, like, you shrinking yourself, or you not being honest with yourself, or you holding back yourself is blocking your blessings or blocking what is meant for you. So I think you just gonna start working on being honest with yourself and in the situations that is not authentically aligned with you this week, collective. It may hurt, it may sting, but I think overall this is only just to open you up to what is necessary for you in regards to this, okay? So that's what I see for you this week, collective. Very short, sweet, and to the point, because it's basically the same message I got for you in the monthly reading. Be who you are for your pride. All right. So that's what I get for you guys. Let me go ahead and pull a card of the week, and then we'll tie up this reading. I'm glad I'm doing this at night. It actually helps. All right. Let's do this. I think I got this. Let me pull out the book. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out a card of the week. I pull this out at the end of each video, so that way you can see what message you need to hear, what you may know this week. Okay, let's go. All right, what shall the collective may know? What is the card of the week for the collective? What is the card of the week for the collective? What is the card of the week for the collective? One more. What is the card of the week for the collective? Card of the week for the collective. Okay. 3. All right. What is the card for the week for the collective? What shall they may know? What shall they know for the week? Okay. May you know energy. Interesting. All right. At the bottom of the deck, playfulness. Okay. Just find your inner child type energy. Let's see. Let's go ahead and look up this. Let me read the message. All right. May you know energy. May you know the power of your energy. Your energy and everything around you is energy. Knowing that, what kind of energy will you choose to create today? What kind of energy do you want to breathe into your heart and into your shoulders and into your mind? Energy is a sacred, powerful tool. Harness it to work for you and for the good of the collective consciousness. So just know your energy speaks, collective. Like, don't feel as though you have to play small. Don't feel as though you have to, because you never know. Your energy is needed. Your energy is valuable. Your energy is amazing. Now, some people got shitty energy. I'm not going to deny that. But don't think that, like, you know, you're not contributing to something greater, and don't waste your energy in places where it's not being reciprocated properly, or not being handled properly, or not being properly understood. You know, figure out what it is that you really want, collective. You don't have to stay stuck, okay? That's what I want to say to you this week, and that's a good message to end off. So without further ado, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and if you liked, please if you liked, or if you found some of the message resonate, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow along. I do these readings every week for you guys, so that way you can get messages from my cards and see what is in store for you for the week, or what you need to be aware of. But if any case, thank you guys so much for watching, and again, bye.